welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. So today I'm going to be doing something very exciting, as you guys can tell by the title, and I'm going to be reviewing the the Unicorn Sauce eyeshadow palette by Swiitchbeauty. Can we just take a moment to look at this packaging right now? It's holographic, you guys. I mean, the packaging is just everything, you guys. It is just everything. Anyway, let's hop into this review. So this is what the box looks like, and it has an ingredients list on the back if you guys are interested with regards to what is in this product. And then when you open it up, it is double bubble wrapped, and that's one thing that I really like about the Swiitchbeauty packaging, especially for their palettes, is that it is double bubble wrapped to ensure that your baby stays safe. So on the front, again with the packaging, it says Unicorn Sauce Palette, hashtag Unicorn Sauce Palette with the Swiitchbeauty S. I mean, it's just a coincidence that my initial is also S, so you know, I'm just gonna pretend like this S means Saneshnienaidoo Unicorn Sauce Palette. Alright, so on the back it says 35 intensely pigmented, buttery, smooth, mythical eyeshadows, guys. Mythical eyeshadows. And it says limited edition Unicorn Sauce Palette offers every shade you need to satisfy your color addiction, which is insane. And they also want you to share the looks that you create with them on social media, which is Instagram. So let us just open this palette. Are we seeing this? Are we seeing this? There is so many colors. Oh my god, you guys, I am obsessed with this palette. As soon as I got it, I showed my sister and we both were like, ah! Like, we need to use this for a wedding that's coming up. So we are so excited to wear these for a wedding to match our saris. You know, I mean, when an Indian sees a colorful palette, their first instinct is, what sari is that gonna go with, or what eyeshadow look can I wear with a colorful sari? So yeah, I am super excited to play around with this palette. So let's hop on to the swatches. I'm going to be swatching them row by row onto my arm. So let's get into this. So here is the first row. So as you guys can see, this is the matte white shade. We have a lighter highlight shade, a shimmery light shade, a golden shimmery shade, and lastly a yellow matte shade. The next row. So this first shade right here is a matte pink. Then we have a shimmery pink. We have an orangey transition shade, which is disappearing into my skin tone because I am brown. Then we have this beautiful coral matte shade. And lastly, this is like a rosy, kind of pinky, rosy shimmery shade. It's actually really pretty. Now moving on to the third row. So this first shade right here is a beautiful pink. It's actually got like a matte base and it has a lot of silvery glitter in it, so it's very pretty. The next shade is this gorgeous pink champagne-y shade. It almost looks foiled. It's so pretty. Next is another reddy pinky kind of shade. It's actually really pretty. This one has some shimmer in it. This next shade is a red with an orange base. And lastly, this is a bright. Moving on to the fourth row of shades. These are mainly pink and purpley tones. So this first shade right here is a really nice cerise pink. Next is a more purpley pink. It has like a purpley shimmery base. This next shade is a matte pinky purple with a more pinkier base. Then is this hot pink. And lastly, we have like this purpley kind of berry shade color right here. Moving on to the 5th row of shades. These are predominantly greens. So as you guys can see, this first one is like a very minty green color. It's actually very bright. This next one is like a grass green. This one is a matte green, but it's kind of leaning towards blue ever so slightly. This next shade is a little bit of a darker green. This is matte. And lastly, there is another matte green that is darker than all of. Next is row number 6. This first shade right here is a beautiful aqua kind of greeny blue. This next one is a pastel purple, which is so pretty. Next is a more magenta kind of purple. And then we have a purple with a blue base. And lastly, this is a really stunning taupey, bronzy kind of purpley shade. It is. And then the final row of shades is mostly consisting of blues. The first shade is a really nice royal blue shade. Next is a sky blue. Then we have a beautiful shimmery blue. Next we have a navy blue. And lastly we have black. So as you guys can see, this palette is absolutely stunning. Some of the shades are breathtaking and they're really awesome. Now I know you guys will notice that some of the shades weren't swatching very well, or they were a little bit patchy. What I've noticed personally from my experience is that if a shadow is usually patchy when you swatch it on your hand, sometimes using it on your eye can give you a whole different experience. So before I tell you guys what I think of this palette and my first impressions of this palette, let's hop on to this eye look which I created. This is a rainbow eye makeup look, so let's hop into the tutorial. First I'm going to be taking the white shade from the palette and I'm going to be using this to highlight my brow bone. And then going in with this orange shade, I'm going to dust this back and forth into my crease, using it as my transition shade. Next I'm going to be going in with this magenta purpley pink shade, and I'm going to start lightly buffing this on the outer corner of my eye and into my crease. Next going in with this purple right, and I'm going to start packing it on the outer corner of my eye and into my crease, and then going in with this darker purple and really just intensifying the outer corner of the eye. I'm making sure to take all the colors all the way from inner corner to outer corner of the eye. Going in with my Maxilla Cover Up in the shade NC42, and I'm going to go ahead and just cut my crease. First going to start off with this reddish orange shade right here, and I'm going to pack that right on the inner part of my eye. Next I'm going to be taking this and packing it next to the red. Then going in with this yellow shade and packing it next to the orange. Going in with this green shade right here and obviously packing it next to the yellow. And then going in with this beautiful blue shade. Next I'm just going to be applying a wing with my Inglot gel liner. To finish off this eye, I'm going to be taking this pinky iridescent shade right here, and I'm going to be using it to highlight the inner corner of my eye, and I'm also going to take it on my lower lash line. Okay guys, so I am living for this eyeshadow look right now. It's absolutely amazing. You guys, I am just honestly shook that I could achieve this with this palette. I've always wanted to do a rainbow eye. I've had an obsession with rainbows for the longest time since I was younger, and I've always wanted to have a rainbow on my eye, and I can finally do that with this palette. I will say that the shades that I used had some fallout, like these two shades. The red and the orange shade had some fallout. And then other than that, I don't think I had any other fallout or any other problems with any of the other shades. Obviously, I haven't used all of the shades in this palette, but swatching them, I can tell that they all feel different. So even though they are shimmers and they are formulated different to mattes, I feel like some of the mattes are creamier than the other mattes, if that makes any sense. It's probably the way it's formulated, but this is a very dry formula. So some of the pros, I think, is that this is going to be amazing for, you know, us Indian girls. You know, wedding season's coming up and we need colors to match our saris. Hell to the yes. Okay, I mean, I wouldn't be Indian if I didn't love color, you know. Indian people are known for being very extra and very colorful. So anyway, beautiful. I feel like you have every single shade you ever need in life. Like in life, it has so many greens, so many purples, so many blues, so many different variations of pink. Now when you put your eyeshadow in the palette, you'll notice you have to like swipe a few times to get a good amount of color on your brush, which for me is not a deal breaker, but for some of you it may be a deal breaker. I just want you guys to be prepared for the fact that not all of these mattes and shimmer shades apply the exact same way. Obviously, you've got to use a bit more of a steady hand to get the pigment sometimes, and a bit more of a light hand to blend really well and seamlessly. But forewarning, if you guys are going to buy this palette, some of these matte shades are creamier than the others, and I assume that's because it's kind of the color it is and the kind of opacity you get. From working with this and swatching with this, I can honestly say that these colors are true to what they look like in the pan. Yeah, overall I really enjoy working with this palette. I will definitely keep you guys updated with regards to how I feel about this palette. I'll leave some thoughts of mine in the description bar down below in case I forgot anything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, like my video, share with all of your friends and all that great stuff, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!